Hello to welcome to Jarviskjir Narashiro Nights. Shit, I fucked up like the third word.
Rip.
Hey, how you doing? What's up? Etc. I don't care. We're here, episode 20. The big 2-0. I was talking to Will and Tesh earlier. Usually most campaigns would have done something by now. But 20 weeks on...
We've done things.
No, like, quests, no adventures.
Look, the biggest thing to happen is that Yuna and Voss are getting married. What more do you need?
Yeah, we're doing things.
They're starting a family,
Other,
they're getting a
but,
house.
You know? Yeah. That's all that is necessary. All that's necessary for a good D&D game is a romance triangle. That's all that you need.
Oh, right.
Yeah,
There's a triangle involved. I forgot about that.
This one is between
no.
me and and Hal and Kato.
Yeah.
Polyhedron of
What
some
we need to
kind.
do.
Poor Hal never
is
stood a chance.
What we need to do is we need to fix up Hal and Kato. Problem solved.
Do you think Kato, an extremely religious drow paladin, would ever
make it
consider
work.
an interracial relationship?
An interracial relationship with a very gay gnome from paradise.
It would be a really big arc for.
It
Look,
would. It would be massive.
like,
it would be a
that's
lot of
like-
effort if this is your goal.
Okay, hold on, guys. I think we just got a big quest.
It would be very you guys to like, okay, you know what the quest is? We're gonna try and make one person very happy, you know?
I don't know that either person would be very happy.
No.
In this situation. I think they'd both be very miserable.
Isn't that what marriage is?
Hopefully not.
Boomer humor.
Yeah.
Marriage bad, phone bad.
Millennial.
Marriage bad. Speaking of, let's play some D&D, shall we? Last week, Rakath got diarrhea and passed out. When he woke up, he'd drawn a mysterious set of symbols on some stone.
We don't know in what.
You carved
Right.
them into the stone, Rakath.
Thank you.
I will
Thank
not
you.
allow a literal shitpost
You sure?
in my game
Okay.
like that.
Alright. You insist.
Not today. Maybe next time.
that
Yeah,
No.
that's what happened last week. That's the only thing that I can remember happening. And you woke up and did some chores, but that was really it. You haven't really told anyone about these mysterious symbols yet. And other than that, let me just kind of set what's going on. Rakath has to set up his guild. He has permission, but has to actually set up a guild hall. That's like the main thing, and then things can start being done behind the scenes. And at some point, Voss's family is coming to the city, but you don't really know when. Those are really the only things going on right now. You've got a lot of freedom. Maybe with that freedom, you'll look at some mysterious notes that Rakath scrawled in some stone after he shat himself. Who knows?
The answer may surprise you.
Are you going to midwinter me? Are you going to abandon an interesting plot thread?
No,
dare you.
absolutely not. So first thing I want to do, because I believe I just got back with Rofi from getting.
Yes, from going to Yessa and Rofi having all of his blood drained out.
That's right. Yep.
Yeah,
It is worth a
feels
point,
little
Rofi, that you do have a point of exhaustion right now from having your blood drained.
Fair call. Let me go. Make sure. Wait, no. I
It probably
forgot.
won't affect much, but you're tired.
Fair enough. Honestly.
Upon returning, there is actually one more thing I need to do, which is I need to go to a shop wherever Yuna normally gets her gems.
Yuna has a gem shop.
Yeah.
Not that she owns, but there is,
Yes.
in the
A
area
gem
of the
shop.
city you live in, a gem shop where she buys specifically made soul gems for enchanting.
I would like to go there.
What do you want? What are you buying?
I would like to buy Yuna a wedding gift, and I'm going to send you what it is in Discord. But
hopefully Yuna doesn't recognize the bag you come back with.
I imagine that he's immediately going to hide it in one of his many
I know.
pockets.
It's just I just like that idea. That it has like a Tiffany's bag. Absolutely. Not a problem at all.
Great. I will reduce my finances by said amount and continue. All right. I imagine Rofi was probably with me for this small endeavor.
Probably.
Probably
And
not paying attention though.
Nope.
Yeah.
He has no idea. That's okay.
Yep.
Or if you just follow him.
And just sign the card right here, Rofi.
Yeah. What would he be doing something, and you just put the card and be like,
Yep.
Yeah.
back to what he was doing.
Thank you, Rofi.
There's a question. Does Rofi draws in symbols? I want to know what Rofi's signature looks like, because it's not.
Oh my god!
Because and it's rarely come up, but one of the like super cool things about Rofi being a Fae is that he writes in Sylvan, it looks like a book filled with a madman's doodles, because he's actually writing in Sylvan, which is mostly like a picture language.
Yeah, I mean, he probably would sign it in Sylvan. Like, he wouldn't think like, oh, people don't know Sylvan. He would just be like, this is the right way to do it.
And I would read it and be like, yeah, that's great, because I also read Sylvan.
Yeah, no, you guys have seen Rofi write his name before. I was just like, I wonder what it would look like.
I want to think that it's just like almost a picture of him, like just his almost his mask.
That would make sense.
Yeah, probably. So it'd be a bit stylized, bit more. But yeah, it would be a bit more crazy. But yes.
I want to
like
just
a
imagine
mix
it's
between
like,
a self-portrait and calligraphy.
Yes.
Yes, exactly. That's
If
a
you
good way of putting
didn't know it was meant to be him, you'd think it'd be symbols in an alien language. But if
Exactly.
you know. That makes sense.
You see the things and go, oh, that's okay.
Great. And then I want to go back to the house.
The house is as you left it. What would the lovely couple waiting to be wed be doing on a lovely rainy day?
Play at school.
Oh.
Yeah, no, I'm gonna research my new Aether Crystal. Little Shadow Magic. And also be making sure that Draco's handling all the wedding stuff, because I'm not doing that.
Oh, fuck. you literally could go up to him that topic and he'll just like turn around in his wheelie chair. Like, I'm organizing this?
Let's
I mean,
be
Draco,
real.
we have two options. You can organize it, and stay within the confines of our budget, which I don't even know what it is, or I can organize it, and you can deal with the fallout of that.
It's a pretty good argument, I suppose.
He's gonna be such a good wedding planner. I'm so
It
excited.
is within his skill sets, I suppose.
It is.
That's fantastic.
But
is
I
what
do
that
like
is.
the idea that you're like, oh, so how's the party going? He's like, wait a minute.
Excuse me?
Excuse me. I'm meant to be doing what now? Great. Perfect. That's just what's going on. When you get back.
I would find Yuna. I would first of all put Rofi back in his workshop so that he could sit and rest.
I like the idea you
Very
just
tired.
walk, you go into the workshop, Rofi just ends up drifting away, and
Yeah,
you continue on your way. Yeah,
I don't stop at any
it's
point.
like a moon.
Yeah. You get him close enough, and he's like, "Oh, that's right. Here's my place."
And then I find Yuna.
You went upstairs, tinkering on the dark aether crystal sliver you have, after giving the rest away.
Hello, how are you?
Good, how are you?
I'm good, thank you. I just went and did some things that are secret. We will talk about them later. But
Oh, fun.
also, you're working on this. I should. Ooh. I
Yeah,
run
there's just like a
downstairs.
dark, radiating crystal.
Yeah!
on my desk.
I run downstairs and grab my barrel that's filled with the archaeologist.
I do love that in Yuna's bedroom, dolls, creepy figurines, and like an enchanter's table. Also with dolls and creepy figurines.
And there's like a whole like alchemist setup in the corner.
I'm just imagining Yuna is somewhat like Wash and has dolls on her enchanting table.
Well, she also enchants the dolls. So definitely.
Yeah, they're involved.
Yeah.
Like
holding things.
One day we're gonna walk in and there's just gonna be like a weird circle ritual of dolls, and they're all just looking at us.
They're all
well, I would like to remind you that until like today, the dark crystal was inside Abby, and every time Abby would open their mouth, darkness would come out.
Yeah, it was.
So,
it was
like, this has already happened in some ways.
I'm gonna run downstairs, grab my barrel of archaeologist, and
It's also worth noting that you guys probably know this. I do bounce ideas off the dolls, and they all have their own names.
Yes,
absolutely,
fantastic,
no doubt.
I expected nothing less. But I'm gonna come upstairs and open up the barrel around you doing the shadow magic.
A very unpleasant smell comes out of the barrel. Not even like magically unpleasant, just like dead person soup. Yeah, dead person soup helps. Yeah, absolutely. Febreze, the air.
So, what's in the barrel?
Dead person soup.
Is there any
nothing interesting, nothing magical?
Can we still talk to the dead person soup?
Dead person soup. At this point, there's not like much. The body's probably too disintegrated to try. All right, we'll see.
I'm gonna try it.
I want to look.
I'm also going to use, because I wanted to do this anyway. I want to use the ether crystal as a arcane focus for this.
Okay.
Like as like an orb.
Yeah.
And I'm gonna cast Speak with Dead. We're gonna see what happens.
What could go wrong?
At this point, doesn't really count as a corpse.
It
doesn't have a mouth. It's like there are chunks in the dead person soup. It's like a nice chunky chicken soup, but it's
the lip floating by.
Yeah, like you cast the spell, and it would look pretty cool casting through the dark crystal and all that sort of thing, but nothing would really happen, sadly.
Fascinating. Well, it seems that the shadow magic doesn't linger on the dead, then.
Could we add something to it to perhaps facilitate the creation of the void crystal? Do we have like a starter?
I believe you did, but you used it. I actually think you explicitly were keeping something aside and then ended up using it for some reason.
No, I
just have the brain though.
I still have void glass.
Oh, okay.
I was studying it, so I could in theory use.
I also have the volatile.
We could use that, or
I have the volatile ether crystal.
Yeah, but that's a different sword.
Yeah, ether crystal's different.
We're looking for void.
Yeah.
So we can, I think there's two options. We could put the crystal, the void crystal in there. We'll do that in there, or we can take a sample from the brain. We have.
Now, if I remember correctly, you kind of actually put void glass in this brew already, didn't you?
Oh, I did too, didn't I? Yes, I did.
So, you two can give me Arcana checks if you want.
Ooh, you're gonna be much better at this than I am, but that's okay.
Not necessarily.
Well, I only have a +3, so.
Yeah, it seems that like the deliberate mixing of these techniques didn't like the creation of the void glass seemed to be like a kind of cosmological cosmic fluke, you know, something very specific happened there. What you did here was just put a dead person in a barrel with water and stuff in it and make broth. And rarely did like different types of magic actually combine very well. It, in theory, could be done, right? Like, and what you're doing right now, casting arcane magic through a dark thing, that's kind of separate. Arcane is like its whole separate world, but the void and the shadow magic are so separate. They probably can never connect. Although if they did, be quite tantalizing. So yeah, literally just broth.
Do you have a the kitchen will? I'm gonna run down to the kitchen. I'm gonna see if we have a like spoon length strainer that would be like this.
You probably do, because you make like a lot of curries and like a lot of like algae food and stuff like that.
We have a spare one.
We only have a very small kitchen, so no. And the chef that never comes up. What's his name?
Oh yeah.
Oh, he's got a name.
The chef's name?
Yeah.
His name is Guto.
Is that fucking true?
That?
Because I just remember.
It is Guto.
Yeah.
Yes, he's half dwarven. You go and have this whole conversation, and Guto's like, "Excuse me. You take quite a lot of my equipment in your little experiments.
Yes.
And I don't get a lot of it back.
Yes.
And every time I ask Master Jureko for more equipment, the answer is usually no.
That's very odd.
I'm worried if you take this strainer, if you take Bessie, but I will probably never get her.
I'm not judging. I'm just curious. What was the reasoning there?
Bessie's a good girl.
Fascinating. Where did you buy Bessie?
I believe came with the house.
Well, that's problematic. We need to buy another one. If I gave you 5 gold pieces, could I have Bessie?
That's a persuasion roll, Rakath.
Mm-hmm. One of my many terrible skills. That's a 22.
Yeah. He gives Bessie a kiss and hands off Bessie.
Well, if only knew what was
coin
coming.
and sort of grumbles to himself and lumbers out of the kitchen.
Thank you, Guto. It's nice to see you, by the way. You're looking lovely.
Bun spoons.
Alright. I'm gonna go up and use the strainer to try and sift out any void glass that's left in the soup of man.
You can give me a cooking check. That's usually intelligence.
The soup of man. Every time I hear it,
The soup of man is like a Dark Souls item.
I couldn't have used a brewer's check for this, could I? Now that I'm
too late now.
Yeah, too late now. Damn it.
Unfortunately, this is like a waste of resources. Everything you've used, including the barrel, really is soiled now.
That's okay. I'm just gonna take Bessie out. Can I clean Bessie off?
Oh, you can clean Bessie.
Okay, we'll keep Bessie for future experiments.
You never know when you might need a strainer ladle.
I'm going to reseal the barrel that contains soup of man.
Don't dump it somewhere. Don't do it.
What?
Don't just dump it.
No.
Somewhere.
Doesn't Rakath have like a place to put bodies?
Yeah.
The Rakath has a friend who collects.
Yeah, I literally have a spot in the dungeon that's like just a pile of bodies that then go out to. God, I can't even remember. His name now.
Do you have any more bodies down there? Because I would like to try that Speak with Dead spell.
Not at the moment.
No, I haven't done any real torturing lately, so there's been no incoming traffic, if you will.
Oh well, eventually, I'm sure.
Yes, I'm sure we'll have the opportunity. By the way, I did a weird thing last night. I didn't really know what happened, but I scrawled this out on the stone. I pulled up the paving here.
Why did you do that?
I was asleep. I don't know. It was after that terrible trick that Kingdom tried to play on Voss that ended up Voss playing on me.
Yes.
Where I had the bad stomach ailments.
So, when I fell asleep.
Yes.
And I had that dream.
What dream? You never mentioned a dream.
I had a dream. I don't think all of it was made up.
That's interesting. I want to hear more about you now. My weird thing aside, I think I might have just had a weird fever associated with
No, I don't think all of
pain
it
in
was
my stomach.
entirely made up because other people were there, and they were acting like themselves, but they were dead.
Who?
Well, Torum, for one,
Torum was there.
and Tanuma, number 5. She in particular noticed something was going on, and she remembered. She had lost her memories.
Fascinating.
Anyway, back to your creepy drawing. I think I could help you do something similar, where you could go look at your own head, and not all of it might be made up.
That is concerning. Are you going to do what Rofi did and just put me to sleep?
No, I can go with you. I think I've been working on like a drug.
Luna,
And
you shouldn't do drugs.
I haven't done it yet,
Well, no, but you shouldn't encourage me to do drugs.
but I think it'll be really beneficial.
I'm very susceptible to peer pressure.
Oh, then it's good. Then it's decided.
I mean, it is, but we should probably not do it.
This is like an old school like alien movie where like the detectives trip on LSD to like figure out the mystery.
My favorite thing about that was I'm very susceptible to peer pressure. Good that it's decided then.
We need a chaperone.
You need
Yeah,
a trip
of course.
sitter.
We'll have Voss and we'll have Trophy.
I don't trust Rofi with trip sitting us. Boss,
We'll have Voss.
makes sense. I'm very concerned about this. This is.
Well, we can take notes or
I've
maybe
been
join
in
us.
days.
You leave Ropey in charge, he starts hooking up machines and stuff while you're out.
Or if he just steals everything from the house and runs. The
It's been a long
longest
con all
con.
along.
You get away with a lot of money.
You have me worried, Yuna. What about this seems real? It's just scrawlings. I've put weirder stuff on the ground.
It's worth a look.
I just thought it was interesting. But oh, you know what? I trust you. This will be at the very least a terrible idea that we never do again. Maybe this will be the thing that kicks you off of your drug habit.
I'm a little worried about you, and I think this could genuinely help.
Why are you worried about me?
Well, you know.
Is it because of the diarrhea? I was very loud last night.
No, it's about the eyes that you see
What eyes?
in your head.
I don't see eyes, I see nothing. He looks around very shiftily.
Even Abby is just like, with like a clunk.
I don't know what you're talking about.
I think this would be beneficial for you. Genuinely.
As I said, very susceptible to peer pressure.
Well, I'm gonna go harvest that now.
Okay.
Actually,
I'm gonna go get a biscuit.
Technically, it hasn't fully formed yet. It takes a week. It's been a day.
But you were gone for a bit. So, in which case you need to wait for a week until you can do this.
Yeah.
So,
Downtime.
you have a
Yes!
week, we have a week with this mystery and or downtime. But yes. Yes. That's true.
I
only just remembered why Aaron was talking about drugs.
Yes.
I'm not very smart.
Neither am I. I still don't know what she's talking about.
I do, but
That's good.
It's like the DM should.
Yeah.
look, I do a lot of shit.
So, question for
Very
you.
important.
Are there any checks I can make to try and decipher this at all in the week before we do this?
I mean, you can try. It's a little less fun than just trying to put your own meaning to it.
I am a man of logic.
Why don't first
Right.
you tell me what you think you see?
Lines.
William.
I see lines.
William.
William not Raka?
Yes.
Okay, William sees a travel to a lake thing, body of water. Mountain, speaking to probably whoever's sending the message, and creepy shit happening. There you go. That's as far as I got. This is why we have Aaron. What does Aaron see?
Aaron is muted. For the magic is too forbidden to be heard.
No, I posted this Discord last week. We're gonna go to a lake. We're gonna talk to some undead thing there. Then we're gonna go. He's gonna tell us to go to a mountain. There's gonna be some sort of puzzle there that involves that little top bit. Then we're gonna go talk to a demon who has people inside of its belly, and then Tadpole is gonna hatch. The very end.
Okay.
This is only going. I made this too hard. These people are idiots.
That's any time there's any puzzle in D&D ever. But I also have played D&D games where there's puzzles and just rage quit them, so I relate.
The thing that weirds me out is the lines on the top. I'm not really sure what those are.
Oh yeah, I've been ignoring those this entire time.
So you know what? How I will allow this, right? We have 7 days of downtime. I will allow a intelligence check to try and decipher individual symbols and what they mean.
Wait a second. We have 7 whole days? That's fine. Because I roll my portents every day, right?
I will not allow that.
Yeah, I was about to say
That ruins the spirit of the downtime. Unfortunately,
I'm probably going to be doing that mostly on my own anyways.
Yeah.
As Rakath. He's accepting Yuna's help for the drugs, but he himself to do this. He might converse with Voss about it, but Voss is probably busy.
I imagine over the period of the week, everyone sees this.
Yes.
Everyone sees it.
Okay.
You can start figuring out how your characters think about it, but Rakath can make a knowledge check for each individual symbol.
So intelligence, can I do investigation for this at all? Because if I'm
Raw
looking at
intelligence.
these symbols,
Investigation is looking for things a bit more.
my
than
point is,
this.
if I'm looking at these symbols, I would probably be trying to go and investigate and actually look up things as well. But I will defer to you on it. Intelligence is fine. That's not a problem. I just
I will
figured
allow less investigation checks.
Okay.
I will allow 5 investigation checks. Because
I will take
you have to be looking things up, right? Makes
Yes.
sense.
I
So,
will take.
which symbol of these are you most interested in first?
I mean, to start, I'm going to be looking at the big thing on it, which is the demon with the people in its belly, because that is at the very least going to give me potentially more information in the future. Investigation, it's 18.
You think that symbol might be a dragon.
Oh, fuck.
I love the idea he's looking at this like, oh, please say I'm wrong.
While it does have somewhat fiendish traits, you think it's more likely to be a dragon.
Interesting.
Now you can put more of your downtime research into that symbol if you wish. Trying to
I probably will, but I
deepen
think
your
I'm
bets.
what I'm going to do is take a look next at. I've just tried to point to my screen to point to the symbol. The mountain symbol with the lines above. Is that all one group?
Those are
symbol?
2 different symbols.
2 different symbols. Then in that case,
Now you can try and do them together, but of course the DC is going to be much harder, and I decide
Yeah.
what you get. But of
I
course,
just
if
have
you
no
decided to look
idea.
at both of them,
I have no idea what the top stuff is. So the lines, I want to. Oh, I just had that looks like a factory to me.
Interesting.
Which means that it could be near.
this is why I was saying do you want to look at it for a bit, because you gotta work this one
I want
out.
to investigate the mountain with the
Okay,
I'm gonna investigate that next.
please do.
This is 2. This is number 2.
Yeah,
Ideally not a 2.
it is
not a 2.
most definitely meant to mean a cave. if it was a mountain, it wouldn't have that underground, that internal part. And what further, it means that everything else is inside a cave. This is relating to a cave you have to go to do something related to one or both of the other things. Maybe the other things are relating to where the cave is.
Okay. So that means that I'm going to put more focus on what that top symbol is.
And of course, another thing is, by meaning cave, you're in the Underdark. Usually that means a small area, not a big area.
Mm-hmm. So in that case, then I'm going to investigate the top bit, which yeah, curious.
Okay.
Curious. Terrible, 13.
It does seem like one of the industrial parts, maybe, of this city. There are a couple of districts that are very built up and very dense. The manufactories, the farming districts, in particular.
Okay.
It might be one of those.
Then I'm going to do another investigation on this dragon boy.
Okay.
See if I can find out more information.
Mm-hmm.
17 again. This is why I took the investigation, because it's +9 instead of +3.
The symbol inside, you think might... Because the thing is, when you're doing this research, there are no symbols that look exactly like this. This is not using some kind of lexigram that you know, that you can find. Mm-hmm. You would look at, like, Thieves' Cant, Thieves' Guilds, Ebimari, things like that. This seems like it's been from your own brain, translating something. You think the symbol inside might be referring to a parent and a child?
This is more concerning. Okay. Alright.
Last one.
Yeah. I'd like to ask the group which one they think I should investigate on this one, because I have an idea, but I'm just curious. I'm gonna use my phone a friend, Alex.
Honestly, I think you should look at the first one, because if we know where to go,
you can start doing
it. Following into place.
So the arrow and the X, the location, is that?
I think that relates to the water, doesn't it, or no?
The arrow and the X is pretty easy.
To go here.
That one you shouldn't need help with.
Let's go here, correct?
Yeah.
Yeah, good.
So I think Aaron's talking about the water.
The water.
Yeah.
Okay. Let's do the water. That was what I was going to do, so that makes me feel better. I just wasn't sure if it seemed like
the water.
Yeah, that'll be
21. Yeah. Clearly water. Clearly a permanent source of water. Right. Which is a little, because it's the rainy season. There are a lot of areas that fill up with water this time of year. But you figure, no, it must be like a permanent place of water. Mm-hmm. Most likely a cave under that water, or near that water, or connected to that water in some way. So this might involve some swimming. What that leads you to believe, with the rest of it, most likely you're going to have one of those caves with like a U, where there's going to be an underwater cave that ends up in some sort of dry place to explore with all the other parts of the puzzle. So, in some way, you're going to be finding a lake, a pond, maybe a river, but there's very few flowing rivers in the Underdark.
Okay. I will
most likely one of those things in one of those districts.
Mm-hmm. I will go to Yuna specifically with this information, and just my notes. So
what you have figured out is that in, around, connected to either the manufacturing district or the farming district, there is going to be a water with a cave in it, and then something about dragon parents. Less sure about part number 2. Not even touched the bottom part with the mouth and the skull, or the corner part.
I imagine the mouth and the skull is just either you need to speak to a dead thing, or if you speak to a dead thing, you die. It's one of the two.
I thought it was going to be something going to try and eat us in the water.
That's a very calm eating face.
That's what that's like
I was
very
just
almost
peeking.
a sensual mouthing is what that is. Anyway,
Sensual
we have to bone the dead. I
mouthing.
understand. So
No,
Oh,
I
no.
I don't cross my fetishes with my D&D.
okay,
I'm
fair,
very careful about that.
fair, reasonable. Yeah, then the last one I have no clue, obviously, but I that one seems like the end result symbol, and I kind of want that to be a surprise. So,
Okay.
you know,
Okay.
All right.
I'm content with the information that we gathered there. It at least gives us a little bit. to
Yeah,
go on.
I like it.
Can perhaps.
Last one looks like something being set free.
Yep. Mhm.
Oh yeah, I didn't.
As I said, it looks like the end result, whatever that may be, and I'm happy to be surprised.
Considering it's not connected to the rest.
Yep.
Uh,
We're gonna need potions. Of
I have
water
another
breathing.
idea what that could be, but I'm gonna save that.
Yes.
I have, I think like 2K on me. Let me double check.
Potions of water breathing in Narashiro are absolutely something you can find and buy in this kind of city in the rainy season. You know,
We should buy several.
funnily enough, most likely Rakath actually would know where to get them because he would be knowing people that like have to clear the drains and stuff. And in a city, in a mega city like this, when it is constantly raining toxic water, it is the gross black mark professions who have to deal with this kind of thing. So, you can absolutely know a guy and have a connect for some potions of water breathing.
Great.
Why am I looking at this? This is the wrong book. This is Player's Guide.
Is player guide.
I am not.
Also, we can reverse engineer it for later.
Yes, exactly. If you pass like your alchemy checks and stuff to
I
get
think
the
you
right
just
stuff, you
can identify because you're just a...
you can identify and check that you're getting the real deal.
Yes.
I don't know if your alchemist thing makes you know what they're made of. It would depend as
What
well
makes
because there's
me
two.
better at alchemy checks?
Yeah, exactly. That would be the thing, and it also depends whether you're getting a alchemical potion or a herbalist potion. Very different. You can grow things out of plants. Yuna can create potions out of magic, but like with your little garden, it's plants. Oakley dokley.
Yeah, I get to double my proficiency bonus with it.
Nice.
Good, nice.
So we
Potions.
should
Of
buy potions of water breathing. If there's a dragon involved, which who knows? That's always fun. I don't know what we do about that. Sounds like talking to it based on the symbols, but I have no idea. Or shouting at it. One of the two. How much are potions of water breathing?
You go to the Torturer's Tavern.
Mm-hmm.
You talk to a very wet gentleman.
Yes.
Hello, Percy.
Hi, Rakath.
Oh, it's quite a wet one out there today, isn't it?
Oh, it's pissing it down, Rakath. 300 gold.
300 gold. How many do we want to buy?
Well, you got 4 people.
At least 5.
I was gonna say probably no, not 8. I was gonna say 6.
The
But
number keeps getting bigger.
30.
It's like people talking about their penises online.
okay, so
Heyo.
at 300 gold a piece. I mean, how much are you willing to put down on potions right now?
I'll put down all 1400. I don't care.
So that would be for 4.
That I have on me.
That would be for 4 people. I'm happy to put down 1,000, but just less than that, I guess 800. So we can.
There's never anything bad with having a spare potion of water breathing. You know?
I think if you're getting the 4, and then I'll actually buy 3, so we'll have 7.
Okay,
That gives
cool.
us 2 spares just in case somebody fucks up, and 1 that we can study.
Yeah, it's kind of important. Like, I don't think any of us are super good at swimming. I'm gonna go ahead and say that Yuna has never swam a day in her life.
Yeah,
That
why
feels
would she?
appropriate.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I
Why the
probably
fuck?
have, but I probably wouldn't know if I had.
The only reason Rofi has is because he's small enough he's swam in, like, baths and stuff.
I mean, Voss definitely knows how to swim, but I'm also wearing full plate, so...
Yeah.
Right.
Oh, Voss and his brother at the lake by the house, learning how to swim.
Waterproof armor. Damn it. I forgot about that.
Yeah. You go and get a bunch of these potions from Percy, who's happy to take your money. This is not from, like, a potion maker. These are, like, a tool of the trade, so they're in horrible, gross brown bottles that have been used many times before. It's like, please bring them back when they're done.
Color.
Yeah, the color inside is impossible to tell because it's brown, but when you, of course, pour some out into, like, a measuring thing to look at it, it is, like, a kind of thick blue kind of gloop. It looks like it'd be very uncomfortable to drink.
Oh, joy.
Thank you very much, Percy. I can't wait to speak to you again. I hope that your days are a little bit less drenched.
Alrighty. Potions bought.
Potions bought.
Bam! Job done.
It's been a week, so I guess we're gonna do this.
Yep.
Do them drugs, I guess.
Boss, we need a tripsitter.
Anybody who wants to go in, I believe, can.
I mean, I'm not even at the
Need a
house right
few-
now. I've just been at school teaching these...
I believe the
words on
thing you're creating allows you and someone else to go to join.
What if we use multiple?
Yeah, I mean, it would be logical that you
All
can kind
four
of
of us.
network together to
Yeah, yeah.
all go. Although you would know that that might be pushing the magic a bit and might cause complications.
The first time we'll just do two.
Yeah.
Okay.
I will go to Boss and let him know that we're gonna go on a
On a
Saturn
hallucinogenic
realm dream
adventure.
trip.
Now, why don't you describe
Please watch
the
our
what
body.
you've grown in the garden real quick, Yuna?
I have grown an incense of dreaming that will allow the two people who are inhaling the smoke to share a joint dream walking experience.
So you're gonna go.
I don't know what it does yet. I've actually been working on this for a while, since before
Yeah,
we had our dream adventure. So
it's all connected.
Ruh-roh.
So they
yeah,
need
boss, we're
Ross
gonna go
as a,
do this.
as a trip sitter.
Are you guys just coming down to the school to tell me this?
I mean, I imagine we were actually probably going to do it in the school.
oh, okay, I bring all the stuff with me then.
I think you would probably bring all the stuff with you anyway.
Yeah.
Like, look, I made
We did a
incense. The incense would be like the powder is pale blue.
I imagine it's like an actual like incense.
Oh, like an incense
Like
stick?
I worked it. Yeah,
Yeah,
I worked
yeah.
it like into like a stick.
Absolutely. It's still blue. Which is weird.
This is the safest place to do it.
That's kind of what I was thinking. There are many people here who can stop us from convulsing, in theory.
Okay.
Coming along to you, Rofi, to just come hang out at the school? Or are you still
I think
working the shop?
Rofi's around.
Yeah.
Rofi might not be paying attention, but he's about.
Yeah.
He's been told he's not allowed to mess with them and do experiments while they're in there to see, like, to test things. So he's just bored and doing other things while he's helping.
Mm-hmm.
I'll get everything set up, and then I'll take like 2 health potions out and set them like beside us for like easy access.
Just in case.
There we go.
Just in case.
Okay.
Okay. And I'm gonna light the
Uh,
incense.
so this starts a 10-minute ritual. It's not instant. Which for you is much more arcane than there are some parallels to Here Be Heroes, where Barut learnt to dream walk. That was a very holy thing.
yeah.
This is a very arcane thing. There is the science of entering one's mind using this smoke as a guide, like using LSD to try and look into your dreams or something. Now, there are a couple of necessary things. Does the target have an intelligence value greater than 3? Yes. Is Rakath willing? Yes.
check.
They must be sleeping or unconscious or meditating. You probably all meditate together. With a nice comfy layout. Now, there is a time limit. You wouldn't know this. You invented this. You are 5th level. What is your intelligence modifier?
It is, I believe it's a 16. Let me double check really quick.
Sounds right.
Yep, 16, so +3.
So you have 30 minutes
Okay.
inside the dream, in theory. Unless something happens, you get ejected earlier. And you know what? This is a great time to take a little break and set up going into Rakka's little dream world. Yeah. What could possibly go wrong?
Nothing weird about a guy whose head has just been filled with absolute emptiness for a little while.
Like most millennials.
Nothing scary about that.